Hi class! Okay, in this first exercise here, I'm going to show you how to set up your homework with the HTML. The first thing you need to do is create a projects folder on your desktop. And inside your projects folder, make sure there's a chapter 3 folder. And this is what should be in your chapter 3 folder. This will be an index page that we're about to create in the Sublime Text application that you downloaded. This is the light bulb graphic. This is the My Style CSS sheet, and this is a reset.css sheet. So the first thing you would do is go into Sublime Text, and you're going to set up, this is the basic structure of all HTML pages. And this code is in the class announcement. So after you set up this basic page, let's go to File, Save As. Okay, you're going to save this as index.html. For this demo, I'm going to save it as html.demo. Okay, so it's right there. Also, this is what your final page is going to look like after you do everything. We're going to have a Google font up here. Over to the right, we're going to have a navigation. Down here, we'll have some body copy. To the right, you're going to have a label image, a sitemap, and a contact us. And this is the basic page structure that you're going to set up. Up here, these are all different types of tags. Up here at the very top, and these are all, everything is HTML5 based. At the top, you're going to have a header tag, and nested inside your header tag, you're going to have an H1 tag and a nav tag, where your navigation bar goes. Beneath that, you're going to have a main tag, and nested inside your main tag, you're going to have two div tags. And a div is essentially just a container in HTML. Beneath your main tag, you're going to have a footer tag. And inside your footer tag, you're going to have one main div tag, a div on the left, and a div on the right. In the div on the left, you're going to have another nested div. And the reason we have another nested div is so we can add specific styling to it. Okay, so your basic structure up here, we went over what you're going to add into it. And let's open this page inside your browser. So to do it, and you can look at it as you're working on it, you simply go inside your Project 3 and drag it inside the browser window. Okay. So this is what our web page looks like right bar. We don't have anything in this page right now. The only thing that is displaying is the title tag right here, which is displayed at the top of the browser window. Okay. So here's our page, and what we can do in this is add the main tags that I showed you in that document. So at the very top, we're going to have our header tag. Then we're going to, each tag usually has a closing tag, which is just a / and the name of the tag. So we have our header tag, and then we're going to have our main tag, the closing main tag, and a closing footer tag. Okay. You also might want to set a structure up so you can easily see what you're working on. So everything we're going to do within this is going to be nested inside these tags right here. Let me split these up so they're easily seen. So again, at the very top, we have our header tag, main tag, and our footer tag. Okay. If we go back to our page, over on the left, we're going to have an H1, and then we're going to have a nav. So what we can do is we can put in our H1 tag, and what H1 means, it just means it's called a heading tag, and it's essentially going to be the biggest copy on the page. Okay, and again, you don't have to purchase this. As you can see, you can just hit cancel. So I'm going to go back here, I'm going to preview what we just added. So just hit refresh in browser, and we added our H1 tag right there. The next thing we're going to do is add our navigation bar. Okay, and that again is nested inside the header tag, and the navigation and the tag for navigation is nav. So we'll put our opening and closing. Okay. Okay. And what an Ahref does, it means it's a link. That is a code for a link. And what this will do is link to a specific HTML page. Since we don't have a specific page set up right now, we can put a pound sign until we have something set up. And what you do is simply put in your navigation inside your Ahref over closing A. So we'll save and we'll see what our navigation looks like. Here we have it up. It's not floating to the right because we have not yet applied the CSS to it, which we will in the demo that's going to be posted on Wednesday. Okay, so we have everything set up in our header tag in our HTML. The next thing we need to do is go down to our main tag right here. If you remember, in our main tag, we have a div. Let's do this to make it simple. We're going to have everything nested inside a main div. Again, we're doing this so we can stylize it in the CSS. So we have our opening div and our closing div to essentially hold everything. Okay. Inside that div, we'll have another div. And this div is for all the copy that you see on the left. And again, I'm going to post the image of the HTML page in the class announcement. You can use it as a reference. So inside this div, we're doing an H2, which means it's going to be the second largest type on the page. Inside, we have something called a paragraph tag, which essentially holds body copy. Then we have an H3 tag. It's the third largest text on the page. And then we have something called an unordered list. And what an unordered list does, it puts bullets for each item. And in an unordered list, you're going to have these list items. So in the bulleted list, the first bullet will be it fits your lifestyle. The next bullet will be it's awesome. And the third bullet will be it rocks your world. So let's see what we just created. We come back over here. Okay, we have our H2 tag right here. We have our paragraph, and you can put any copy in there you want. If you want to be creative, you can actually make copy for the Mazerific webpage. Here's why you need a Mazerific, your H3 tag, and here's your unordered list, your bulleted list right here. Okay, so the next thing we need to do, if you remember, there's a light bulb on the right over here. So the next thing we're going to do is put in our light bulb image. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to make another box for your light bulb image, which is just another div tag, and again it's nested inside the main div. And inside that, you're going to have a tag called image source right here. And what that does is it refers to, all you have to do with image source equals the file name. And be sure you put the file extension on the end of it. Usually what you'll see on websites is you'll have an image source that'll say images / and the name. But for this, we're just going to keep it simple. We're going to follow what the book does exactly so you can use it as a reference. We'll just put an image source lightbulb.ping. And you can download this graphic from the announcement also. Okay, so let's see what we did. Okay, so we just added our image to the page right here. Again, it's not floating, nothing's being moved or shifted because we haven't applied the CSS to it yet. Okay, so we have everything in our main tag right here, and the last thing we're going to do is the footer tag. So we have a footer tag down here at the bottom. Scroll the page up so you can see it. Okay, so we start putting the footer tag. On the footer tag, again, remember you have a main div. Actually, let me do this to make it simpler. Sorry to stop right there. Let's make the main div that everything's going to be nested in. So we have the div right here, and we have the closing div. In the left, that you remember, over here, we have another div, and then we have a div inside that div. So let's come over here, and let's put a div, opening div tag, closing div tag, and inside that we're going to nest one more div tag. I know this seems confusing right now, but once you start styling with CSS, it's going to be clear once you can see it. So your main div for everything. And then you have your nested divs. Let's do this. Again, it helps if you tab so you can actually see what's going on. Okay, so what we're going to do over here on the left is we're going to put the contact us information. So what we're going to do an H5, which is the 5th largest type on the page. And again, you can stylize each one of your H tags or your header tags, which we're going to do on the demo posted on Wednesday. Okay, so inside this div, nested inside another div, nested inside a third div, we have our contact information. And beneath that, we just have our copy inside paragraph tags. We have the contact information right here. The good thing about the paragraph tags is it's going to force each one of these to be on a separate line. So let's look at what we have so far. Okay, so we have our contact information, and you can see right here our paragraph tags made sure each item was on a different line. Okay. The last thing we need to put in our HTML structured page is our sitemap information. Okay, again, we're going to have another H5 tag, so it's going to look exactly like the contact us H5 tag. So the word sitemap is going to look exactly like the word contact us. Hang on, I'll make sure I'm doing this right for you guys. Oh, I forgot to make the div. Let me do this, apologize. Let's come over here. Let's make the main div for the sitemap. So we have the main div right here. We have a closing div. And then what we're going to do is we're going to put our H5 on our unordered list. Again, this is going to have a bulleted items in it. The good thing about it is with the bulleted items in your unordered list is you can easily stylize it so the bullets are gone. So we save and we refresh our web browser. And there's our bulleted list with all our links in there again. So this is your basic structure for your HTML5 page. So I will see you on Wednesday, and we'll go over how to stylize the CSS for this page. And I will talk to you guys later. Bye.